that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdoing your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the better for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution could start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protected service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Oh, and kneels too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe in GC type. But when it hits close to home, you gotta act the bone. But it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red on my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid him off, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean it in an ideal sense. I mean it every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like the kids, and it's like, nobody ever stop.
You gotta take this outside and shake it, because you got that cardboard box. You got it's like fine, bro. You're like, I don't know, man. And that kitty litter, I thought they said it was supposed to be big clumps, man. Like, oh, how you still? I mean, yeah, I'm gonna start calling you socks, man, because like socks, they got glue on it or something. Because you just like, ow! I don't want to run the vacuum because you get scared like a punk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart that thy son Ray, my Arthur, make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as thy son Ray, my Arthur, make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build, solid foundation, my crown chakra, core and heel, pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for, free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, have a humble beach and still a beast. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quarrels. Establish Big Mom house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits of their cash. Sad cat, watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdos from menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies are fried. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, ex-martial spot. I shine because of her, well she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow. Fresh your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. Latif, I'm still teaching you like Yang. My healing, reaching you despite me locked and chained. Black you speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You sound like me, the crown sprout. But unlike me, son, you haven't turned down louder. Smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your style. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profusely. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, in who I'm well pleased. Okay, shall we? Your vision is resplendent, my descendant when filming your intuition extends. The lenses felt when your cinematographic flashes of your scripted class get your inner magic. Dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered surpasses the average glass, stretches the facet through the scope of life. Kodak you see classic. The question you have is mathematics, please ask it. Son, Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up. And last boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life. My wife, just a romancer. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's destined you knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely. You my beloved. You resent fate foolishly. You my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am here. down for sure that the signal is a scramble or deprogrammable. From a little cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The most sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the black horse talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past senses dead. Let's create an after we grind, relapse this type of atmosphere. Redirected fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, obsolete, autonomous, niches. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you. You my beloved. You scintillate profuse. You my beloved. You resent fate foolishly. You my beloved. To ventilate, truthfully, you my beloved. Son, simple, I'm real pleased.
Lord, Delusions, Mikey Cox, what's up, lovers, Benji? What's happening, what's happening? I got you, Gandhi. Oh, Mac, what's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Yeah, I didn't come on and read today, man. I was a little under the weather some weird kind of way. Y'all know I can't really drink no alcohol because this is not the same as it was 5 years ago. There's just no way around it. So I had a couple of beers at the restaurant. Went and got some cauliflower wings, and when I returned to my abode, I was pretty tired, you know, because I was thinking about doing like a 15-minute little video, like pointing out some certain things, right? So I got all the notes, I just haven't done it. I'm still going to do it probably. I mean, it's a lot. I got a ton of videos I need to upload and put on a drive and get off my phone. But I was sitting there saying, you know, there's like 3 or 4 Arab brothers, Arab Americans and Canadians, who are steeped in medicine and the science of a lot of chemicals. Obviously, or we may say obviously. And I know we've all been saying and stating it. But the more you look into things, and I want you to know, don't have to repeat it because it does, like Michael Jackson said when he was being interviewed about music, when people sing stuff over and over, it's a mantra. It's literally to create energy. But to sit here and say they haven't poisoned the food knowingly and willfully would be we would be lying to ourselves, okay? And the more we see it, and I have friends in England and, you know, all over, and people who I chat with on Messenger. So I'm about to delete Facebook completely. I've had enough. And then there'll be Instagram, and I'll just utilize this. This is why I'm really tying in what I say and what I plan to do. TikTok is an apparition because, you know, they're talking about they want to ban it in 9 months, right? They signed this law. First of all, it's against the people, but they want people to believe it's from China when actually it's over here. It's the government affiliates that are monitoring and watching and saying what can and cannot. I've literally about had it. How do you take 8-point-something billion people and let not even half a billion think they run everything? This is the insidious inaptitude of the people. I was watching some videos in California, a couple of my homies who I'm tight with, you know, and they were sharing some videos saying, yo, what do you think about this, Red? You know, they know, you know what I'm saying? I was jumped in as an old head when they know I'm not with the gang stuff. And they respect it because, you know, I guess they researched my background. And because all my information is out there, and it's people that know me. And I said, and I know they were expecting me to say exactly what I said. I look at y'all, I look at so many of y'all fighting, and I look at how insidious the behavior, and regardless of what it is, it's nobody. Well, there are people attempting to stop it, but you have people like Whack 100, who was a CI. I don't care what anybody. The way he moved, the way he talked, and there's a number of them. I says, when are y'all gonna wake up? Because literally there'd be people walking down the street and they get the end moment. You know, like the Boondocks, the end moment, and you know, what you looking at? You know, or they just literally like look at each other. One's like one of who, and the other one's actually with no purpose, just creating a problem. And I watched a couple of these videos where that happened, and the dude was no, and one of them, the guy was no pushover. And he says, "Yo, what's going on?" You know, he got him locked up. You know, like, I mean, he could have done some things. And he says, "Yo, I thought you knew. I thought I knew you." And dude said, "You know, I don't know you. You know, you didn't think I know. You was wanting to push yourself. Something's wrong." And you can hear him tell him something's wrong with your head. Now, the young guy, it seemed like he was all right, but I can guarantee you he was put to the task. And this is, our people have become so toxic. Oh, now, I don't want to feed it a lot of energy. And they don't know history. Yeah, okay, Charleston White's running around doing his thing. More power to it. I like what he's doing. Yet even he is ignorant when it comes to pops. You know? But those things are enlightenment as far as, you know, stop the fighting. Everybody has a way or a vice of doing it. But the history is because it's so lost with this out of Africa nonsense. And you would think that people, whether playing a game or not, or pushing changing the direction of the waves, looking for the break, and then creating another break. You would think that they would delve more into the psyche of it, why it's important. I had to let this one brother know, man, stop using the term Africa. It is a new term. And you and I did not create it. Now, this is not dismissing the brothers over there, but it's the perpetual insidious behavior of division. And it's by melanated people. You see, T.D. Jakes done stepped up off the scene. And you know why. Hey, they are all stepping off the scene, awaiting to see what comes of all of this. Well, it's obvious nothing probably is going to come of it really deep, because I have a video on my post. I don't know if I posted it, talking about this individual who's to be a known pedophile in a high position, and how the FBI was given this information and video footage, and because of a certain thing, they dropped it, said there's nothing they're going to do about it. That should show you the deplorative state and the fact that we should be no part of this citizenry, no more part of their religions, no more part of anything they've conscripted. I want to read some things. I want to know what your knowledge is on these things. There's some notes that I have. You know me. I'm you know, I like to have notes and a whole bunch of them. I just want to go over a few of them. You know, we raised and nurtured in a very non-good way. This is not to be dismissive of our parents, parenting, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like to say parenting, but nurturing. You know, we think about, like listen to this. The name, like, this is like this. Like, when I was in the Navy, we always said, you know, got to go to the head. And, you know, in the military, on any sea, on the ships of supposedly of old, they were called poop decks. And why were they called poop decks? Well, the name, this is some things I want to throw out there. The name originates from the French word for stern. La poupe, la poupe, from Latin pupus. This is what they state. Thus, the poop deck is technically a stern, the rear deck, which in sailing, these would be holes like a little seat that would hang over the end of the boat, which in sailing ships was usually elevated as the roof of the stern, or after, or aft cabin, also known as the poop cabin, or simply the poop, which would be like a boat outhouse. But then we think about, like, back in the 1500s, to tan leather, they used to use urine, okay? And the very poor who were brought to this land, now we'll say the 15, I will guarantee you it's around 8 or 17, 1800s. They would urinate in a pot. Because that's what they, even though we invented the commode and the toilet, they would urinate in a pot. These people from so-called Europe, all these people who didn't know how to read or anything, and were just fighters. That's all they would do is fight and listen to what they're told. But they would urinate in a pot and then sell it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they lived, how they survived, by selling their urine to these leather companies or whatever you want to call them. And that's what they would use to tan the leather. Well, if they didn't have a pot, well, they didn't have a resource. So that's where you got, that's where you get that term, you didn't have a pot to piss in. You see what I'm saying? Or how about the fact that around May or June, that every 12 years, man and woman would, and that's not so long ago, they will wash once a year. This is the funny thing about after the World Fair was destroyed, after most of the main buildings were destroyed, the people would come out to the West and they were given stakes and go claim your plot of land when a lot of our people were dying left and right. And in doing that, they would bathe once a year. I mean, the odor would get unbearable to the point where the women would have to carry a bouquet of roses or flowers to hide the smell. Okay? I mean, can you imagine walking around, everybody stank? You probably wouldn't recognize it much because it would be like second to nothing. And it was known that we were big into the hair and the beauty thing, but not beauty as it's displayed now. I'm using the term loosely. And they were only, and that's when they would decide to get married, to conceive or, to copulate, because it was the bath time. And ergo, that's why you have like weddings where you have the wife walking with the bouquet of flowers. That is a mantra. That is all a thing significant to a past. And that's why when you see the women throw the roses and the woman grabs it, well, next year you make sure you take those flowers, that bouquet, and you make sure you mask your funk with this. Now, it's worse now because of what they're doing with the food. Okay? And also the one where how they would bathe at a time. The men would bathe first, the women second, the children third, and the babies last. And that water would be so dirty. Who would do that, right? But then you get this statement, right? Remember that statement, don't throw the baby out with the bath water? That's where it comes from. You can't see the baby in the tub because it's so dirty when you throw the bath water. These things are indicative of the world we live in that has nothing to do with living. These are the things that fracture the people and fracture their minds. And then you have to give them something to go at. Now, the world was not a dirty place, and people weren't dirty people. People had diets. You got to remember at that time, people weren't living no more than 40. They, not us. Our people live very old. It's funny how we're dying young or younger, and they're living a little older. Manipulation of the genes, posterity, probably. But the issue at hand, but all those sayings, what's going to be the sayings 1,000 years from today? I'm just giving you a hypothesis, something to look at. They have been poisoning food non-stop. It's insidious. And yet, because y'all can put a fork and a spoon to mouth, because you can go in the bathroom and wash, because you can go and be an obedient slave to pay for the things that are natural, food and water, to which they continue to poison, you're gonna tell me all the food. I mean, Bertolli and all them good oils you think is good. Even I believe they were good. I had to sit down and read the bottle today. I got a little organic one. And I always knew from my chef days in chef school, I was always shown the oil they would get was cold pressed from one source. But if you read the back of them, they come from 7 and 8 and 9 different places. The Italian mafia is no different from the cartel drugs. All right, now some of them have morals, they won't harm people, but it's changed over the years, right? So the mob is they're selling stuff on our shelves. And a lot of those oils are not olive oils. They're seed oils. They're detrimental. They're toxic. They're poisonous. And yet the FDA and the USDA should be banned, removed, because they're behind it. And they want to say, well, this is permissible. Who says something's permissible that should not be allowed when the rest of the world is waking up to it? Why does it have to be here in the old world with the true Udean? That's what you are. I don't care how you feel. Udean people, the true people of Shem. If we want to get into the religious context of it, I'm not doing that. All right? I'm talking about there's a reason why everything's going on with these sick things running around doing what they doing. But nobody wants to bring it to light. And the ones that are, well, it's like the system is hampering and hiding everything. So when I had the 2 beers, I right off the back, I knew they were, and they've written the light beers. I knew they're not, I just knew right off the back of my taste buds are excellent. They're not the same. They're putting stuff in the alcohol, everything. These people are getting paid. You don't think the government don't go and meet with some of these people with these big companies, or somebody there is not putting a little beaker or something, pouring it in the vats? Listen here, man. This stuff is crazy. You know how when you get to having a lot of this fiat and you live in a certain way, this is what makes people blind. Their inaptitude is high. And they won't see it. I just got a job at Anheuser-Busch. My purpose down the road when I get the whistle as a sleeper is to have 12 vials to make sure that I am moving in a certain way, in a certain position, to make sure I dump those vials in each vat at a particular time, unknowingly outside of the camera, moving in a way logistical that I've trained and been with purpose. You hear me? People are dying from things they shouldn't be dying from. And yet people want to sit here and talk like they know everything. How many years ago was it when the lady showed the McDonald's hamburger and the fries? The fact that nobody wants to study about the fries and how they're made, and the fact that people continue to eat the crap because it's golden brown, salted, and it smells like a potato, it looks like a potato, and it tastes like a tater, as far as what you've been grafted to believe it's a tater. And then the yams aren't even what they used to be. You have to go to some foreign country way into the jungle, into their, they're not real, but they're jungles, in order to find, by direction, to find what it really looks like. The fact that they manipulated the tomatoes, the guineo, the banana, everything. The fact that the eggshells, are y'all aware that the eggshells don't have to have that crap sprayed on them? That they are naturally coming through the hen, and they already have an oil on them that makes them hard and ready? And it makes the shell weak. And then the diet, the feed they're giving it is also to make it toxic. How about the fact that in the produce department, you know those things you always see spraying, and you go, oh, I'm getting water on me. It's not water, y'all. Well, it's water, but it's mixed with a chemical. Oh, I forget the name of that chemical. I doubt they'll have it here to pull it up. I don't know if I have it. I think I have it saved on my phone. 4 of the 5 pesticides found most frequently on the dirty dozen are fungicides. Fluodoxinol, no, that's not it. Treated water, it's the treated water they spray it with. And it's supposed to, you think it's keeping it moist. It's supposed to actually protect it from bacteria. That's all lies. Why is it that we can grow produce beside our house in the backyard on our little farm, and we collect it and put it in these little mesh wooden buckets we eat throughout the week? We ain't never sprayed it. We ain't never come up with no listeria and all this other crap. And then when you go on and start looking for these things, right? Oh yeah, listeria. All of a sudden, people dying from listeria, all doing the fake demic. Before it wasn't even. You look at the numbers, as if it's a real thing, as if it didn't come by chance of everything they're doing that's out of order, that's against nature, natural order. It's just like reading about Cabbage Patch Children. If you go and pull up Cabbage Patch Children, right? The first thing they're going to give you is they're going to talk about this individual. They say Cabbage Patch Kids lore rooted in 1980s. They use words that are mantras to dissuade and persuade you otherwise. And some individual who don't know anything will only look and believe in what they see without real knowing and think they know when it's only believing they know because they don't know. So, rooted in 1980s, Martha Nelson Thomas' sculptures was inspired by folklore, not 1800s cloning theories. And that is not a theory. We know there are pictures, there are postcards, we know there were videos, we know that there's a big history, and there were those who are still alive who talked to us about it and stated this. They always want to debunk something. So here in 2024 is when you have these individuals who are going to make statements and claims that are complete lies. But then they want you to know about Xavier Roberts, you know, who invented the Cabbage Patch Kids. No, they didn't. Cabbage Patch Kids, when you look at it, is based on, this is what they want to theorize Tartaria like it didn't exist when it's well known it was taught all the way up to 19, 18, or 24. In some places up to 1940. This individual states, my interest started with hearing about a weird theory about a lost civilization called Tartaria. More of a hidden history to be more accurate. While I can't be totally convinced Tartaria as a secret, destroyed empire didn't exist, it's still hard to accept that it could be true. Of course it is. You've been nurtured and lied to. How can you hide the history of an empire that spanned every piece of land in the world with possibly billions of citizens? Well, they did. But I don't want to focus on Tartaria for this article, just a smaller odd part of it. One part of the Tartaria theory involves the orphan trains of the late 1800s and early 1900s. Facts. Hundreds of thousands of orphan children were shipped by train, and even the Postal Service, its statement at first, from the eastern to the western states of America. According to the official narrative, this was to better the lives of the orphans, and they know, how about the orphan boats that they brought over with all those children from the 1700s become soldiers, and ignorant couldn't read or write but learn how to fight in the 1800s to fight our people. To add to the weirdness, they also had incubator baby exhibits at many of the world's fairs. The signs boasted of living babies at the entrances of the exhibits, where they were put in showcases and were the main attraction of some of the fairs, where they could be ogled off for $1. Row after row of supposedly premature babies. It gets even more bizarre. The French began to put out hundreds of different postcards with an early version of Photoshop pictures on the front sides of the postcards. The pictures were of babies and toddlers being born from cabbages. There was even a movie, in fact, the first movie ever, about babies being born from cabbages. The French movie La Fée aux Choux was premiered at one of the world fairs. Chou means cabbage in French. Thus, the Cabbage Patch Kids were born. This next idea is where I'm making a guess, but a logical one. Does a choo-choo train really mean choo-choo or chow-chow train? Chow-chow is also a term of endearment for small children in France at the time. Exactly. There were also postcards depicting children, trains, and cabbages all together. I can't say exactly what was going on here. It seems like something. Perhaps orphan children of the Tartarians after lost war. Another idea brought forth by some of the Tartarian community is possible repopulation and cloning. A major war happened, and it wasn't no civil or no revolutionary war. The revolution, based on the term, is from an ideology. All right? Just like the Renaissance. To usher in something new. To change or manifest, to betray, whatever, however you want to look at it. They will always dismiss and write off everything. And the more and more you speak these facts or these truths as a fact, the more and more you will see. They can't hide and lie about it because it was done so decisively and indecisively by the most ignorant of apparitions. And the mind of those. That's why I say it was important for y'all to watch Maiden's Tale. If you didn't watch it, why not? That's like when I share videos. I know a lot of you don't watch because I go and look and I'm like, wow, I just got like a whole 700 new followers, 800, almost 1,000 followers, and everybody's just like, and I want to say also, welcome to the tribe, new subscribers. If you see this, yet it's imperative that people see these things. I watched this guy, Steve Wells from Canada. He does what they call stealth camping. Well, I love his buddy, Crazy. What's his name? Crazy Eddie or whatever. Well, he passed away. And that's Canada. And Trudeau is a piece of garbage, and a lot of people up there have been having the same issues down here, heart attacks, all kind of stuff. Even their doctors are talking, and ex-doctors who have means to study the mRNA and this, that, and other, and they're coming, and I'm going to say this, they are putting out facts based on science that this stuff is no good, that they have stopped it in a lot of countries. Japan is going crazy about it, and there's countries that didn't even use it. For some reason, they're training in war and they're up in their military. And yet, we have individuals like, for me, we have this one guy where I'm from named Troy Deutsch, a friggin' idiot. He's an idiot. I was to look at some of the things he would talk about and this, that, and other. And one day I had it out with him. I gave him the business. I says, look, I don't never want to see you, bro, again. Because if I see you, man, you got to put, you know. And I mean it. And there's no way he couldn't see me. Unless he flips a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality. And that's not feelings or emotions. He is detrimental to many people's health. Of his ignorance and everything else. There's a penance. And the penance will be paid. Y'all, I don't care if they don't believe. I know how it ends. And there ain't no way out of it, around it. And there ain't nothing they can do to change it. Nothing. They had a chance. But this is what happens when you become narcissistic. When you become this deranged things. I wouldn't care if something's occupying their bodies, if that's even plausible. When I say I know how it ends for all of them, I'm actually thinking that some of those things possibly think that, oh, well, y'all want, no, that's not how it ends for us. See, this is the insidious nature that if you go beside an alligator and you brush beside it, it's going to turn over and snap at you because not only the fact that it can't see that well, but it's sensory. All right? It's going to grab you. It's going to give you the death roll, take you down, make sure that you drown, shove you in a crevice somewhere, and consume you as it feels fit. Based upon the moment and the time we're in, which is unnatural, but part of its nature right now. If you stand up under a limb, and it's raining heavy, and that limb is cracked, and if you get hit by it, is that natural? Well, actually, because you chose to stay there as if nothing would happen. Well, when everybody's standing by your bedside praying for you to come out your coma, you can express your latter thoughts afterwards. There are many things that point to everything that is going on. And especially when there's a group of individuals having an identity crisis. And that's our people. And regardless of how much we say what we say, there are those who still follow Sexy Red and all this garbage music and love, going to see all these. I mean, what's the new thing my Uncle John played in? Good Times. They got a cartoon on Netflix, and the people are watching this crap. That should elevate you to the point of knowledge and allow you to sin beyond without condemning the individuals. Okay, that dementia is real, and we can use that term to mean more than what the fake medicine and these doctors. I would love to see the doctors stop what they're doing and get away from these corporations and say the heck. But many of them have all this money, fiat, and these parties, and a lot of them are part of the sick thing, and say no, we're going to get back to healing our people. Okay, that's my drive and my passion, right? People don't know how to make choices because they look around and it's too hard. They feel it's too hard. I don't want to create a mantra. I don't want to push energy. They want to do, but they lock themselves away in their own heads. I wanted to shout out a couple people made some donations. Now I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna come on in the morning and read. Okay. Humble French, got you, beloved. Appreciate it. Pew Light, what's going on, beloved? Appreciate it. I love your I love that the book, America. That's actually one of the pictures in England in one of the museums, the main book, and it has the word in Latin, Negro, the terror, and so I've been to a lot of. It's funny how around the world know who we are. Those who make it a business to visit museums and history museums, and yet we have these individuals here in the so-called Native American community. There are many who know who we are, many, and then there's many who are just stuck in that decrepit world of Hollywood and the lies of their ancestors. Why is it that we can stand up and say some of our ancestors, we have to eradicate what they instilled upon us? We have to wipe it from our memory card. Yet they can't do it. See, this is what makes us so different. And the fact that they broached upon wanting to murder us, these Chazars, or these Zionists, whatever you want to call them, should show you the importance of coming together, y'all. Being mindful and careful of what you say on these platforms. Not everything has been said, and trust in me when I say this, because a lot of y'all keep going in the same circle. You get good information. My t-shirt's all crazy, y'all. This is the 3-button one. And y'all get good information, but you spurt it out. And sometimes not everything's, say least. The loudest man in the room, the loudest man and woman in the room are the ones who are saying nothing. The most quietest is the one who is saying everything. Okay? So with that, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to an old fogey like me. I gave y'all the synapses about the relationship between the wolf and the eagle. The crabs, the mollusks, and all of them, they have to change the shell by pressure. How the eagle, when it reaches 40 to 50 years old, that it can stop living at that moment because its beak and claws and plumage is too much, and claws are not as sharp, talons aren't as sharp, and its beak is about beaten up, that they literally have to pull their claws out with that raggedy beak. They have to pull a plumage out, and then they have to bang that beak on a rock in order to live another 40, maybe 50 years, anywhere from 70 to 100 years. And that pain and suffering, under that pressure, you have to change your new house. You have to remove the old garments. You have to allow yourself to breathe again. You have to cut away the old clothing, the tattered clothing, and allow yourself to be naked once again, because even with all that on, you're still naked. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the AM. And we'll conversate. Delusions had a new one up. A few people had. Caramel, a few people had some stuff up. Pontiac. Let's go over, check them out. I still haven't heard from Chatahaya. Westside got some stuff up. They're attempting to hide all of our stuff. After I did that the other day, this is it. Everything was green ink. So I'm not swearing and none of that. And when I do, I'll admit, I'll be like, I don't care about no ads and all that. And so it shows you exactly who they are. You dig what I'm saying? But no, it's good, brother. You can go back and watch it when I'm about to upload it, and it should hopefully be uploaded in an hour or so. But I'm gonna go ahead and make me some lentil soup or something, and I'm gonna sit back down here. I might crash down here. I don't know. All the numbers are going up with the EMF, and people are still walking around with disdain and hate, and it's all from the poisons, the toxins, the chemicals, yeah. Well, what are we to do? Everybody's had an opportunity. There are those who come along and offered things, and everybody snubbed their nose. We'll be reading in AM, okay? It's the world we live in, bro. It's sick, you know. It's sick, and it seems like people are comfortable being sick. I think. Anyways, always, I'm eternally bonded. Man, I'll see y'all in the AM. All right. Appreciate the donations. Y'all can continue to donate if you want. I'll order some more books. Oh, the other book I got yesterday. I'm sorry, I didn't show. I showed y'all the thing, and it's The Power Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, with a new preface but an offer. So over 5 million copies of this were sold by Eckhart Tolle. One of the best books to come along in years. Every sentence rings with truth and power. So I started reading a little bit. It's a phenomenal book. I really don't want to mess it up. Y'all know me, I'm a little stubby fingered. But I'm probably gonna lay back and make us a lentil. And I'll see y'all in the AM. All right.